is up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out with me for just a few minutes. Man, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope it's fantastic. Before we start, you guys hit that like and subscribe button to get notifications when I post new and interesting content, guys. Today we're going to be talking about a movie from 1978 directed by Mr. John DeBello. Guys, this was on Svengoolie this past week, and I have been a big fan of this movie since the cartoon in the late 80s, early 90s, whenever that was that it was made. In fact, I started my love for Attack of the Killer Tomatoes with the cartoon when I was a kid, before I ever saw the movie. I didn't see the movie until I was probably a teenager, or maybe I might even been in my early 20s before I saw the movie uncut, on DVD or whatever. In fact, I think I rented it from Netflix DVD when, back when they used to send them to you in the mail. That's when I saw it for the first time. So, man, it is a fantastic film, but it's such an oddball and awkward film. And I say awkward, not awkward like it's hard to watch or anything. I'm just saying it's like, it's such a satire and parody of, films like The Birds and Frogs and things like that. And it is just the only thing that I could really, I guess, compare it to now in modern times would be the movie Rubber, about the killer tire. It's like the telekinetic tire, and it makes people's heads blow up or whatever. That's really the only thing I can compare it to. But basically, you have these genetically engineered tomatoes that are, just wreaking havoc on a small town. They're eating people. They're, flying into cars. But it's so funny because they're so just preposterously proportioned. There's giant tomatoes, there's little bitty attacking tomatoes, and they make like so they're like talking, they communicate. It is just so ridiculous, but it is so much fun. It's one of those films that when you're a kid and you see it growing up, it's not graphic, it's not overly scary, nothing like that, but it gives you that, I don't want to say adrenaline, but it sparks your imagination. It makes you think. You're like, oh, when you're a little kid, your imagination runs wild. So if I would have seen this when I was a little kid, it would have been even better. But, like I said, I started with the cartoon Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And once I finally saw the movie, and I think there's a sequel, like Return of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes or something like that. But I actually need to find that if there is one. But yeah, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, it's one of those, it sparks the imagination in the younger audience. And for the older audience, it is it's just kind of like a comedic reprise from the seriousness of other creature features and things like that. You just get a sense of imagination, of fun, of comedy, because once again, it doesn't take itself seriously. You're not going to take it seriously. They don't take themselves seriously, and it's just fun. It's a whole lot of fun. I didn't look up to see what John DeBello has directed past this, because I don't care. This was probably his magnum opus. Maybe he directed something better, but to me, this is probably his best movie because it feels like this. He had fun making this. Everybody in this film had fun making it. And that's the best part about it, is when you can watch, or not watch, but you can make a film and have fun doing it, because then you bring out the best in every aspect of what you're doing. From your sound editing to your special effects to your acting, everybody was having fun doing what they were doing. And it brought out the best in the film. That's probably why it's a cult classic, is because people enjoyed it. And, it was, like I said, it was on Svengoolie this week. And, Sven is always dropping those little tidbits of trivia and those little bits of knowledge for the cast and, different things about the film. And so his little trivia this week was really good. And I enjoyed it, and it really enhanced my watching of the film to know the different things about the film that he brought to light. This is just a really, really fun movie. If you've never seen it, okay, I know it's from 1978, so it's getting on up there. It's close to being 50, I think. So it's just a fun thing. guys. It's a fun movie. If you got a chance to watch it on Svengoolie, you will see what I was talking about when he brings up little bits of trivia and the jokes and things that he tells about the film. You'll see how it enhanced the film better than it already was. You know what I mean? It was so much better just watching it with his whimsicalness, I guess. But overall, guys, if you haven't seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, it's streaming on Prime, streaming on Tubi. Check it out because it is so much fun. I love it. In fact, I tried to find a physical copy to buy. I couldn't find one right off the top of my head that was not spendy. But the digital copy was like $10, so I may pick that up. Just to have it in the collection for when I want to watch it. But man, guys, it is fantastic, and I highly recommend that you guys check it out. If you haven't ever seen it. If you have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about, why it's considered a cult classic, because it's just so much fun to check out and watch and just enjoy. I put it on at night, because you don't really have to invest in it. And the first time you watch it, of course, you want to watch it all the way through to get, everything. But it's one of those films that you can put on a Sunday afternoon after church. You're done eating your lunch. You can put it on, and it's light. You don't really have to pay attention. You don't have to. It's easy viewing. You put it on. You already know what's going to happen. Little red balls are going to attack people, and they're going to put tomato sauce all over them. And it's just going to be goofy and funny. And you can take your nap because you're stuffed like an Alabama tick from eating that chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes for lunch. And then you just take your nap. But you take your nap to the sound of little tomatoes. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, guys. If you want to check it out, Prime and Tubi, guys, thanks so much for stopping in and chatting with me for a little bit about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, guys. And as always, my friends, thank you. God bless you, and I will see you soon.